Hello, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Real Talk with Shawn Smith. On today's episode is a health and fitness episode. And I have a guest. He's a UTA student, a singer actually, and he's going to introduce himself.
How y'all doing, everybody? I'm a student here at UTA. I'm a kinesiology exercise science major, and I'm also a personal trainer. I'm a senior. My name is Noah. I go by Noah Bowie. You know, Noah just in general. My friends just call me Noah. On Instagram, I'm Noah the mobility coach. Noah underscore JB underscore 23. If y'all want to follow me, I'm always looking for people who wanted to like shape themselves into the peak physique that they're looking for, getting it within exercise wise or just meal wise. So if you want to link in with me and you want to connect with me, just DM me active under my Instagram for whenever I'm posted with it. Yeah.
Okay, man. I'm so happy to have you on this episode. Real Talk.
I'm glad to be here, man.
With Shawn Smith here. Tell me, so what inspired you to be a fitness trainer?
So my biggest thing that inspired me to be a fitness trainer was, as a young age, I've always been touched in with fitness to where I've always been an athlete. I've always played sports from like when I was a young age. So I played football, I played soccer, I played basketball, I ran track, especially football and track. I ran track in high school and junior high, and I played football in high school and junior high. It really inspired me to where I've been so embedded to where like I've always like had that like touch base with it my whole life. So I just wanted to kind of get a little bit more more vivid life into like what fitness really entails and like how specifically like how more touched on that I can like really like get deep in with it to like perfect my craft within like fitness training, and also just learning the different aspects of like what fitness entails people.
Oh man, that's cool, man. So yeah, a lot of us, we eat bad, of course. We eat Taco Bell, McDonald's, and Popeye chicken. So yeah, what are some ways that we can like eat healthy? What's gonna make us eat healthy?
So the thing is, it's not so much of like what can make you eat healthy. It's willing like what are you looking at and what portion and what choices are you making that are gonna help benefit your health and wellness in the long run. So you look at a lot of people nowadays. You know, you see a lot of fast food franchises like coming out, like just expanding around in the country nowadays. So you see all these Taco Bells, these McDonald's, these Whataburgers, these Burger Kings, these Wendy's, these Popeyes, these KFCs out here really branching out to where, you know, hey, they're becoming like a part of America, and it's really affecting our society to where, you know, it's vividing the nutrition and like the food choices of what we need to, what people really need to like keep them, to kind of really make them wholesome with their like wellness, and really just making it making it process to where it's just making it good for the moment of like what people can consume. But I'd say the biggest thing for people to really wanting to eat healthy, make sure that you're like looking at what you're eating and what's being like processed into it, because you know every day people look at things that even though it may look good, it's not always good for you. So if you go to a grocery store, you see like the frozen food section, and then you got the produce section. The produce section is like natural whole foods, to where they have fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and just processed dairy products like cheese, milk, you know, stuff that comes like either that's either been processed through a factory that's been made naturally, or it's been come out naturally, that's been sold out like worldwide. But you know, you go to frozen food aisles to where like it's been processed from different factories to make it, you know, not seem as bad as what these fast food companies make it. But the thing is like it's more about the same amount of chemicals that's being produced in foods that are manufactured throughout the whole world in America.
Very so I heard on the news recently that McDonald's, this quarter-pound burger, was linked. Everybody got sick. They was affected with E. coli, I believe.
Yes, that's right.
I mean, I'm very shocked about that, because sometimes I would love to eat at McDonald's.
I know, but think about it. McDonald's is a mass mass industrial food company that's been like around for years on years, and the way they produce their food is through factories to where like this is strain it from chemicals to make like their natural like ingredients and their natural substances of like how they combine the meat and other food products in the food, and from when manufacturing it, they put a lot of like they add a little extra things to where it makes it taste good, that makes it even more bad for your system. Basically, a lot of this stuff can really attract in like E. coli, for example. It can attract in bacteria and like these diseases, these like viruses that can come into your system to where it can do more harm and more damage, to where it can be fatal in a way, to where people can like have like a lot of digestive problems. They can have a lot of like gut problems. They can have a lot of like organ system failures, to where it could vividly it could really play a bad impact on your health, especially like whenever depending on like not even just depending on how much you consume. It's like it could come from that one source of like that item that you consume for what you ordered at the McDonald's.
Man, that's then Taco Bell, of course, a lot of people say it's not real meat.
It's not.
Man, and that's cheaper though.
It's saving, like, so what companies will do nowadays, I know a lot of companies, from my knowledge of what I've seen and heard from people, that definitely like some of these companies, to save money on like distributing like more products for them to sustain them with like the ingredients that they need to make their menu items, they would take all the old processed meat that they had stored in for like how they made it the day of or the week of, and they would mix it in with the new products of like to kind of like mix it. They would mix it in with the new products to fill in for whatever was like being distributed out to the people for them to make out these ingredients. And yes, and it's been seen that a lot of these products have been causing more diseases. They've been causing a lot of health concerns. It's been causing a lot of like spread of infections to people worldwide, to where it's been shown that like these places aren't doing any good than what they say they are on these advertisements. They sell an advertisement to draw people's attention, to say, hey, come buy my food, and this is what you can get for this and that. When they sell out these deals, these offers, and these discounts on these points to where people can buy in more and more food, it's just another leeway to bait them into their industry, to where they can eat more and more of their food, and the more people they eat their food, the more and more they're just going to generate more money. They don't care too much about people's health and well-being.
Man, yeah, because you look at the commercial, the food, they show the product and make it look like it's actually big, but when you get it, it looks totally different.
It does. And the biggest thing, I feel like, people look at the portion sizes. If you look at the portion sizes for meals that people that get from fast foods compared to what they like would see at like at a grocery store or a Whole Food sale, they would see that it's a big ratio. Especially think about it, one Big Mac can contain a whole bowl of fruit for one little Big Mac. That's how much calories that people can consume out of that one little item, compared to what they can get out of fruit and any other like food products that they're willing to fill in, like rice, if they're willing to fill in from what else? Also just like natural like beef, like natural beef, natural chicken. A lot of these people don't understand, like, they have like some people who like don't have any expertise in health and wellness, or have any knowledge pertaining to nutrition. They have they only have such a limited amount of perspective for what they see and what they know, compared to like what they can like learn. And all it takes is for you just to Google it, and for you to look it up, to where, hey, what am I consuming? How much of this is like really affecting my body, and how much of this am I really getting out of this? Because even though it may seem so small, all that added extra ingredients that they put into it can fill in a lot more calories in than what the natural ingredients and foods that people like make day to day from grocery stores can consume.
Yeah. So yeah, I know, man, I eat fried chicken like almost every week.
I love it so much. I like fried chicken.
Popeyes and all that. But yeah, and one thing is I also get cereals at the store at Walmart and all that. And some days I will eat one bowl or two bowls, it depends. But I get in this habit of eating all that. And then I buy a lot of frozen dinners too. Yeah, I buy a lot because they more cheaper to buy.
Exactly, but
And
think about it like this: these food companies that are gonna like sell them for cheaper by price for you to buy it more at their disposal. If you were to go to like a grocery store, or a fast food, you would see people would like see a lot more deals in grocery stores compared to fast food because fast food is more getting more cheap, getting more expensive, especially about the portioning sizes and all the like food that people are wanting to like buy nowadays. It's been going up from years on years on years. But you go to like the deli aisle at the at your local Kroger or at your local Tom Thumb or Walmart, you know, see people would want to gonna get that rotisserie chicken for like $5 for the night and call it their dinner. You know, at the same time, they don't see that, you know, it's baked in, it's been like baked in, but at the same time, they don't look at the ingredients within that chicken to how they make it. You know, with all that grease, all that juices that they put within it, to where hey, this is what we add into it to give it a little bit more flavor. But if you were to go in to buy the raw the raw chicken and the meat aisle, people can get it for a good price to where they can make it to their own disposal at a lower calorie and at a lower at a better way, and for them to like that can be helpful for their health. So it's really all about like, you know, what you can get out of it and what you can look at it too.
mm, so yeah, and of course, you know, we buy the salads at the Walmart. Then sometime we would go to Sad and Go, one of the bestest places here in Arlington. Then on top of that, let's see, what else did we? But yeah, we also go to Louis. Hey, you went to Louis
I
before?
haven't been to Louis, and I've never been to Louis before.
Louis is a other healthy place that we would go to. A lot of black people would go to. But yeah, like I say, it's very important for us to stay fit. But the thing is, though, I don't know why it's so hard for us to get into the gym, like exercise for like 30 minutes.
So look at it like this. People look at think about it like this. The influence on how people perpetrate the gym and how they perpetrate their ideal weight and like their like well-being in their physique. They look at it. Some people will take it with a grain of salt, or some people will take it wholly to where it would be a big influence on for them wanting to change. But it's really like of how you look at it, and in a sense to where like it's like you can't motivate, you can't make yourself change overnight, but you got to be willing to like take the steps in. It's like it takes a lot of people, a lot of encouragement and a lot of devotion and a lot of like commitment to where they can take a step in to say, hey, I'm gonna go to the gym today. It's easier said than done, but it's that biggest piece is that action pieces to actually going to the gym. Even if you're there for like maybe 10 minutes doing a little exercise on the treadmill, it shows that you've taken that biggest step, and it's the hardest step that you've ever take. I feel like it's the piece of like people not having the motivation, not having the companionship, and also like not also like being able to like motivate themselves to want to do it. Because the thing is, people can say it every day, all day and every day, but at the same time, it takes more of action than it does for you to say it. Because you know, that's like the biggest piece about it. But I feel like some people in society nowadays have kind of found a normality and the modernality of how we see it with fitness. Like it's not as important to them. It's like even if they've been in there for maybe a week, they don't see the ideal results to them. And it just like their expectations are set to a high level to where they feel like they can't achieve to what they see. It's like they say they've tried so many times. So at the same time, even if you try, it means you're doing something with it. It means that it shows that you know you're seeing progress. Even if you fail, you can still try and try more and more. You know, they're just gonna like failure leads into is a leeway into success, to seeing what you want to achieve with your fitness journey.
Yeah. Very important, man. I'm talking to myself too, that I definitely need to start hitting that gym every day.
Hey man, it happens with everybody.
Yeah, man. I can see more I look at. I'm like, I'm kind of overweight. and then I'm supposed to be going to the doctor, and you know what the doctor's gonna do? They gonna get on you about your weight. They like, you need to lose some weight. Then they could put you on some pills too, which I don't want that.
But I'll tell you that. See, the thing is, people overlook that most of those medical prescribed pills, like a doctor, if anything, that it takes away the weight, but it's like the people can just gain it back with the gym. That people that overlook that with a fitness professional and a medical professional, it's different perspectives to where you can get different resources to how you can like see yourself within the next years of your health. So if you come in overweight, obese, and you want to lose weight, you go to the doctor. They give you pills. You're gonna lose that weight, but that's only temporary for the time being. The thing is, you gotta have some primitive backup action to where you're gonna keep it consistent. Because if you keep taking all those pills, it's gonna take more of an effect on your body negatively whenever you're trying to pop all those pills to where you think that this isn't gonna help you lose weight. But from a fitness professional perspective, such as mine, I would say the reason why exercise and nutrition is a big prominent result, and it's like a more of a long-term result to where people can like see more better like wellness and more mental and physical well-being for themselves, because it's more of a primitive action to where you're not having to like spend so much money and like trying to keep yourself at this certain body type without relying so much on drugs. So I'd say the biggest piece, like fitness, exercise, nutrition, it's the leeway, the pathway. So you want to kind of take care of your body the way that like God has given you. Like He's provided these resources with the food and with these like equipments, and also this knowledge that it's been passed down for years on years, to where people like treat your body like a temple. You treat your body right, your body will take care of you.
Yeah. Then because nowadays everybody's using this pen to have them to lose some weight, and I'm like, and me and my mom like, oh, they losing weight. Kim Kardashian, all them losing weight. I think I'm gonna try it. And I'm like, and the Lord say no.
Yeah, so it's like people don't understand the outcomes, that there's no easy way to lose weight.
Yeah.
It's a process with it. It's a journey, and it is a pathway that you go down that will really shape you and change your life for the greater good, to help shape you into the person that you want to see yourself as. That temporary pills, drugs, pen, the injections that people take, and also the liposuction that people do to undergo surgery, it comes with a lot more risk, and a lot of risk to where you're trying to find a shortcut, the easy way out. There's never an easy way out in life, and there's never an easy way out to see like what you want to become in the next year or so. You got to go through the process, go down with it, because it's not only like the fitness journey isn't always about trying to get you into shape. It's also like there for development, growth, and it's also there for your well-being, to help you be influenced to where this can like set you a long ways, to where it can impact you for the long term, instead of for that one moment that you're trying to see the results.
Yeah. Very important. So do you think it's a good idea to have like somebody to help you accountable, training?
You should definitely have somebody accountable, because the thing is, you can never do it alone, nor can you ever do it by yourself. So I would definitely, if you can have the support of your family, friends, your trainer, or if you were to refer anybody in the gym that you see that you want to like work out with, always have somebody that are accountable, because not only it can keep you up to date with your progress, but it can really like help you stay active, proactive, and also keep you on track to where you can stay disciplined within your goals and with the journey that you've wanted to pursue. This is something that's gonna not just gonna be for the moment. This is a long-term lifestyle that you're gonna change into. You're changing who you are, who you were before, to where you can become better socially, physically, and mentally.
Yeah, so you won't be as tired with me. I'm young. And why I'm like, I eat like sometimes, well, most of the days, I would eat French fries and all that fried chicken, then sometimes pizza, and then I like to put ketchup, I like to use condiments, winch and all that. And next thing you know, right now I'm experiencing heartburns. And I'm like, ugh, that is not good with me being young too. That is not good for me to experience heartburns. And
I'm telling you, like people look for like when people say that they want to live young, they want to be young. You know, it's a lot of mentality that you gotta have for yourself to where it's really a mentality that people go through. It's a phase that people go through. I've been that person to where I say, yeah, I'm young. I'll be okay. I'll be okay for the time being. When I get older, I'll be better. But at the same time, you never know what tomorrow promises you. So basically, everybody's different and like how they can what their lives hold for them and what the Lord holds for them in the future. So it's like you can't be promised everything in life to where you feel like you can live young. It's good. I mean, you can live young, but take that into an accountability to where, hey, I want to live young, but I also want to do right to where I can take care of myself. You don't want to just live young and just like destroy your body within the next couple of years, because you can destroy your body within the first couple of years of your youth, and it can affect you long term as you become an adult and you're dealing with a lot of overweight problems, a lot of knee pains, a lot of chest problems, a lot of like just health issues that you don't want to be dealing with in your life, and you don't want to live in with regret. So if you're willing to start, just start now. Definitely, every decision can affect the outcome of how your future can look for you.
Yeah. And you want to know how old I am?
How old are you?
31.
31? That's not.
Yeah, that's still young.
That's not that bad. Like there's people that are like almost 33 that I've trained that have turned their lives around for the greater good. Just starting with me and working out with me for sure. I've definitely helped a lot of people. I've impacted a lot of people's lives.
Do you like push people? Because I know my friend. You know him. He's a trainer. He push people in his training.
So the thing is, you want to push people past their they're like you want to push them past like them like being within their head, but at the same time you want to do it at a certain rate to a limitation to where you want them to better themselves and wanting to see past the show like, hey, I'm better than this. I know I'm better than this. I'm not gonna quit because it hurts and I'm failing. If you fail, get back up. The thing is, you're gonna fail. I'm not expecting you to succeed the first couple of weeks or succeed the first time with me. Nobody's ever gonna succeed the first time, but you're willing to, it's all about the growth and the journey of it to you're willing to like always keep fighting to where you're wanting to like grow and develop. It's like where that development and that growth piece comes. You overcome things to where you can get better and stronger to where you overcome it instead of it overcoming you. It's a mindset thing. So that's the biggest thing I'd say about whenever I'm pushing my clients, I do it at a certain rate to where I don't want to like do too much. I don't want to do really harm to them. I want to just benefit them to where they're well-being, to willing to show them that, hey, you're strong enough to make this decision to start it. You're strong enough to willing to go through it with it.
So you don't like yell at them like that?
I'll never yell at anybody, but I will push you to the limits to where like, hey, I want you to keep going. I want you to keep going. If you can't keep going, keep pushing through it. Make sure I'll give you a couple of times to rest, but we're gonna finish what we started. Even if like we have to take a little break, that's okay. That's perfectly fine. But I would rather you finish the workout than instead of living with regret and saying that I should have finished that workout. I could have been better. I could have finished it. It's not so much of like doing as much reps as I tell you to do in a certain set. It's about you willing to like kind of push through, even if you have to take a little moment to take a moment to like catch your breath, or a moment to like really like collect your thoughts in a way, and really wanting to push through the workout to finish what you started. That's where it all lies.
So you got this meal prep thing going. I watched your video. I was like, man, so you cook like every day?
So I cook enough for once a week. Usually I'll go out grocery shopping. I'll make the certain meals that'll last me through the week. And from there, I just put them in a little bowl, microwave it, take it with me, eat it, and then there it is. There's my meal for the day. I'll go 3 of them.
Yeah. So yeah, man, I tell you, man, some days it be hard to cook some days, right?
Right, man, but it's a thing that where like once you get into the routine of it, it'll become easier. That's the reason why you gotta do things that make you uncomfortable to get comfortable with it, because it's the thing is turning turning a action, do it, repeating an action can become a habit. Becoming a habit becomes a lifestyle, and becomes a lifestyle can become a part of you, like who you are.
Mm-hmm.
So you want that. You don't want it to be defined as like somebody that's not willing to like do something that they're
Yeah.
uncomfortable with, or do something that that they don't want to do because it takes a lot of time. The thing is, you're always in your head thinking about it's going to take you a lot of time, but really everybody has a lot of time in the day to where they can just cook and get it out the way. Because if you can spend an hour playing video games and scrolling on TikTok, you can spend less than an hour cooking a meal, cooking like 3 meals a day, and that'll last you throughout the week. It takes me an hour and a half to cook most of my meals.
Some people they be going out to eat too.
Yeah, and that's where it's at too. Like also the going out to eat piece, man. People don't understand. You're wasting more money going out to eat than you are on meals, like shopping at the grocery store. Think about it. If you go to Whataburger and pay for that sweet and spicy bacon burger meal for like $11, you literally could go spend that $11 for like a thing of pasta shells, some meatballs, and a little bit of pasta sauce up there that you can make that can last you throughout the whole week.
Yeah, true that. Right now, I do stay with family members, but when I start back in my own place, I'm definitely gonna be cooking.
You can start right then and there. I'm telling you, like with your family, you can start it with your family.
Well,
you just let them know, man.
Well, my family, I tell them every time that we can't be eating Popeyes and all that every weekend.
Yeah, but it's that key piece of like that influence. You gotta be that influence that you wanted to change, and like wanting to like invest that to where you wanting to like touch on with that with the people around you to like where they can feel the same thing that you're feeling.
Yeah, and that's why it's very important. Now we do eat salmon, we do eat Brussels sprouts.
That's good. That's really
and
good.
Then they love to eat baked potato, but me, I'm not a baked potato eater. Because what happened is, as a kid, I remember this. The baked potato, I remember it when we was cleaning out my great grandmama's house. So the baked potato was growing, had like those eyes and roof on it.
Yeah, so meaning like it was like either so it was just like it was just processed out to where it was still growing and it still had its little roots on there.
Yeah, and I was like, and then other potato, it was on the couch. And I had dove in the garage, and it had turned black on the side. I was but I did eat potato a couple of times this year, but other than that, I'm not a fan. I just prefer to eat French fries. So.
Preferably, it's French fries are good. It's potatoes. French fries are made out of potatoes. You just like people just slice and dice, slice them up. Put them in vegetable oil, fry them for a good amount. It's all how to make it. But
what do you think of vegetable pizza?
So like really just like it's all about that piece of like not so much of like what it is, it's like how you make it and like what does it have in it. So pizza, it's like it has a lot of like bread, it has a lot of like carbs, it's filled in with a lot of gluten. It could be gluten free, it can be based in to where it's full of like carbs, but at the same time it's all about the portioning size and like how you make it. So it's like vegetable pizza, but there's a lot of remedies to where you can make it healthy for you, to where you're not putting too much stuff into it, to where it can like benefit you negatively than it can positively. But it's all about like what you're adding in the ingredients that you're putting in, to where you're making it a good portion size and you're also making it good for your health.
Yeah. And then, of course, soda pop. I don't drink soda like that.
I don't drink soda either. I don't drink soda.
Not like that unless it's a holiday. That's when I drink it, unless it's Thanksgiving or Christmas.
On occasions?
Yeah, on occasions. Like barbecue. I don't eat barbecue like that.
You don't eat barbecue?
Not like that, just occasionally. Because reason why, like, we did eat it, I think that was 2 months ago or last month. When we ate it, kind of gave me heartburn. So
It was probably the seasoning. Really, it's
yeah,
like not so much of like how you cook it. It's like what you put in it to cook it. So barbecue is actually a really good remedy. It's a good way method and how you can cook your food, especially with meats, because it kills the fat out of it to
mm,
where it's gonna be more lean meat to where it's gonna be more protein based than it is gonna be more fats. So you're burning the fat within the meat
yeah,
to where
yeah,
it can benefit you. But to be honest with you, man, you don't have to add a lot of like stuff in it. Sometimes I feel like sometimes it's just really like what people added to it, like to where if
yeah.
they over season it and they add a little extra things to make it taste good, that can
Yeah,
cause the
that's
heartburn.
what, and that's what we did. We had bought from this barbecue place.
Mm.
Yeah, and you know how they like to put
They like to
season.
put it in there to make it taste
just,
good. Yeah.
I was just like, you know what? I can only eat barbecue occasionally. I'm getting at that age that I can't just eat everything that I want to because it's hitting me so hard now. It's getting to me.
I'm telling you.
Well, I'm having like sometimes I will experience back pains and leg pains and heartburns and all. It's hitting me. I'm like, oh, I'm young. Nothing's not gonna happen. I'm young.
It's just, the thing is like when people say that I'm young, I told you it's a mentality piece that people have to where it feel like they don't need to worry about too much about like what they work, because when you're young, you don't have to worry too much about bills. You don't have to worry about your eating habits, your health. You have your parents to take care of you, and you feel like, oh, I'm young, I don't have to worry too much about it. You're never too young and you're never too old to like get into like have any health concerns. You're never too young to experience that. So really, people like I feel like it's like a really bad mindset for people to
Yeah.
have. I mean, you want to live young, yeah, live young. Be young, be like live your age, but at the same time, do it to an extent to where it's responsible, and you're not gonna put yourself in jeopardy to where it's gonna affect you like in the future. That's what I'd say.
Yeah, because this is me. So I sometimes I can't hardly run because that really shows that you like, it really shows I definitely need to start exercising more and then eat healthy and then start eating late as too. Start eating so late because that can also be a factor too to be eating late. So yeah.
Tell you, man, it all starts right now. If you're willing to want to change and you want to say that you want to like better yourself, you want to definitely do it now, man. I'm telling you, like, don't just say that you want to do it, just do it.
Yeah.
It always starts, because the thing is, when you start that action, you've done the hardest part. You've started. You just got to keep consistent. That's the one thing that you got to keep yourself consistent. Once you've already started like started the starting point of the race, you just got to keep going until you can get to the finish line.
Yeah. So Kool-Aid, I drink Kool-Aid. That's the thing. Black people, we love our Kool-Aid. So do you drink Kool-Aid?
To be honest with you, I really don't drink it as much. I used to have a sweet tooth when I was young. I used to love Kool-Aid. Like every now and then I'll like eat candy, but more and more now I'm just like keeping myself disciplined to where I don't eat as much candy. I don't drink as much Kool-Aid. But Kool-Aid has been a big thing to where in every black household, people gonna have that one. Your mom and your daddy gonna have that one big pitcher of Kool-Aid that they gonna make for the family. And even like when they have company coming over, and they just wanted to have it for for the family to drink. But more of that piece, I haven't had Kool-Aid in a while, to be honest, man. Like it's just something that I've been wanting to draw away from, because it's like it's not good for you. Too much of that sugar can really take effect on my health, and I've been more considerate of like what I put in my body now, to where I look at it like, how is this going to affect me in the long term compared to the short term of this? I might not be worrying about it the next day, but 5 years from now, if I keep doing it, it's going to play effect on my health to where like I'm going to start having problems. Function.
Yeah, I mean, what it's going to take for us to drink water? How many glass of waters were we supposed to really drink? Because they saying 8 glass of water.
So think about it like this. So you want to like, on average, people want to drink like at least 8 glasses of water. But on average, people would say, drink a gallon of water. To be honest with you, like you should get within the range of like a gallon to like almost like maybe a gallon and a half, depending on like how much you charge. Because think about it, the blood of the human blood, most of it's made of water. we need water to help function our bodies, for us to process any waste, any liquids, and also to keep us like proactive, to where it gives us, it can cycle in energy for us, to where all the food that we digest, all the food, all the things that we put in our body, you would want to take care of that, to where knowledge, water's always been a natural resource, to where it's never caused harm, never been caused bad. It's just the things that how people distribute it out, to where they put it on these fountains, these different bottles. You just want to make sure that you're getting your water that has been filtered out of all that waste and all that nasty those nasty things that can like do harm to your body. You want to make sure you can consider it that. But water was never do like I've never heard anybody like that's had anything of like water. But overhydrating, that can be a big thing. Like make sure you don't overhydrate. Get enough water to where it can cycle in and like keep you energy, but don't drink too much or too little.
And me, when I drink my water, I always like to drink it with ice. That's
okay. That's okay. I like ice cold water too.
Yeah.
You want to have ice cold water, hot water, it doesn't matter. There's no difference with it, It's just keep yourself hydrated. That's really the biggest piece. Just hydrate yourself.
So, yeah. And you like eating fruits and all that, apples and oranges.
Bananas, watermelon.
Watermelon. I hate watermelon.
Everybody's different. Some people do like it, some people don't like it. It's like actually a really good fruit to hydrate the body. It's like most of it contains a lot of water, to where people who don't drink a lot of water, they usually eat watermelon. Like, why do you think when people get high and over the summer they eat watermelon? Because it rehydrates them and it punishes their system.
Oh, so that's what I told a couple of people there. I'm like, watermelon. They say we don't take away your black card.
People will say that, but at the same time, don't use that as a stereotype. Just eat it because it's good for you. Eat it because it's gonna be.
Yeah, the taste. I don't know. It just
everybody's different. Everybody's different.
Yeah.
Everybody's different.
Yeah. It's just how it be like cornbread. I hate cornbread, man. You love cornbread?
I do like a little cornbread, but I don't eat too much of it. I used to be a big fanatic of cornbread, but not too much as much.
Oh, not too much of it. So what do you drink? I mean, you say you don't drink Kool-Aid. Like.
So, to be honest, like I don't really drink as much juice as I used to. I really don't drink any juice as much. I drink milk and I drink water. That's all I really drink. I'll drink a whole milk or 2%, like either whole milk or 2% milk. Some water that I'll get from the filtered fountains on campus whenever I'm going class to class, and I'll also drink some almond milk when I make my protein shakes.
Oh, so you do protein shakes and all that. So yeah, with this training thing, so you just started this training thing?
No, so I've been a fitness trainer for over a year and a half. I got certified back in 2023.
Oh, okay,
over the summer. I got certified over the summer. I'm really like expanding my business out. I want to touch more people, like even if it's in person, online. I'm always looking for people to help change their lives and shape them into the ideal person that they want to see themselves as, to where they're not always they don't feel like alone in this process. Because I've been in the places to where people felt like they couldn't achieve the results of what they wanted to see because they lacked the knowledge, the resources, and also just that motivational piece and companionship that where they couldn't find it to start. But it's always like you just gotta like start where you're at and just keep going from there. Even if it's by yourself, it's with your people, but also keep yourself like consistent to where you're wanting to like, hey, this is something I want to keep on going.
Yeah. The other thing before I let you go, in the black community, it's a whole lot of heart disease and high blood pressure and all that. How can we definitely change that, though?
So I feel like the biggest thing, in black households and like the black community, whenever the foods that we eat, the main things that it consumes is sodium, because we would put a lot of seasoning, we would put a lot of vegetable oils, we would put a lot of processed things in our food to where we can make it taste finger looking good. You know how we is as a black folks. It's like, I don't measure nothing, I don't measure none of that stuff. The thing is, you gotta be taking into consideration, like, a lot of that plays a factor into the health. Plus, it's also the mentality of, like, as a black person, like, as a black man, especially, you know, they feel like, you know, sometimes they feel like, hey, you know, I'll be okay, I don't need to get help, I don't need to change my health. But then it's like that mentality piece to where, you know, you feel like you're so high heads over shoulders to where you feel like, oh, I'm good, I'm too tough for this. The thing is, you're never too tough to escape these health problems, and they can come a burden in your lives in the future. That's not something that you will put on you or your family. So I just feel like, you know, in the Black community, we need to touch base with each other and start at the root of the problem, to where we need to get out of our heads to where we need wanting to make change. Because, you know, we see a lot, there's like some percentage of the group to where, you know, as Black people, we like encourage for our health to get better, and we encourage for people not to want to, like, you know, not to eat bad, you know. But there's also that other piece of people that say like, man, we be all right, man, we'll be all right, you know, don't worry about all that, man, we all good, you know. It's always that influence in that community of like what people have in that environment, to where they can, like, you know, but make it become a modernality of like how they see it. It's a disease, and it's something that needs to change to where it can stop. We can stop the obesity rates and the heart high blood pressure, and like the heart disease, and the diabetes in the Black community, because that's like where the biggest, that's the biggest race group that we see it in the most part. Like I've seen it in I'm in the class where I'm talking about it in my obesity and weight management class. Black people, African American descent people have been seen to have the most health problems within like diabetes, blood pressure, and obesity.
Yeah. Yeah, then you got to get going, you know, have that habit to like exercise more every day.
It's all it's the exercise too, but it's also like your different health choices. Like you just don't overseas, like don't overseason your food, like, and also just don't feel like, you know, you have to like eat all this like bad food to where, you know, it feels like, oh, I need this. You don't need it, you want it. It's a choice. The food that you eat, everybody has a choice.
Yeah.
The choices that you make, what can affect the outcome of what you see in the future.
Yeah. So we had that mindset, boy. We love some chicken. We love some hot wings.
Oh, I know. Love some chicken, love some collard greens, love some
and we think that the collard greens and all that is healthy.
The collard greens is actually healthy. It's like
mean putting seasoning on it.
The thing about it, they put a lot of pig fat in there. Like to make it taste good, to make it feel like, you know, to make it like more southern, a more southern taste, you know. Like when you add collard greens, you add cornbread, you add smothered chicken, smothered steak, you add
lamb. What do they call candy lamb?
Huh? Candy yams.
I hate candy.
Candy yams too.
And love sweet potato pie.
I'm telling you, sweet potato pie, pecan pie, you know, everything from there to where, you know, they add all that, they add a lot of that stuff. The thing is, it's all about the choices and like how you want to make it and how it can be beneficial for you, to where it won't do more harming. It'll do more good than harm, basically.
So your training thing, your training program, like the call it, is it like money to join?
So yes, so it's a business for myself, to where I'm touching out to people to wants to change their lives at a price. But the thing is, people look at it, okay, I gotta pay money for this. The thing is like, if you really look at my program, if you want to get invested and you're wanting to invest in yourself, I will literally do it at a good price, to where it'll be worth your time, it'll be worth your money, and it'll also be worth your resources, to where this is not something that I want to like just mess you over with. This is something to where it's at a good, cheap, and reasonable price. Like most of the people do, if people really calculated how much they spend on a daily, the same thing that they can spend in a week, they can spend on my program in 1 month, to where they can change themselves. Like literally, like it's all about the choices of how you see it and what you make out of it. So that's just my biggest piece out of it, man.
Yeah, man, y'all definitely check him out, y'all. So what can they like find you on social media?
Yeah, so if you want to find me on social media and you really want to change and wanting to like book a call with me, go to Instagram, Noah_JB_23. DM me the word active if you really want to change your ways and you want to see yourself on your fitness journey now. Like I can tell you, like if you really want to like message me and say, hey, I want to change now, we will book that call the day of and get you rocking and rolling to where we'll get that settled in to see like where you're at, like how are you doing financially and like what your goals are. Then we'll book the next call for us to close the deal to show you like our plan and where we're gonna go from there. Okay?
Yeah.
Like that's the biggest thing like I want to see.
Yeah. Then they can also, if those they did not train with you, they not want to train with you, can they also do your meal plans?
So the thing is like like everything comes with the price, but at the same time, it's like if you're looking for, I'm willing to always give advice. If you want to know like how should I eat better, just I'll tell you like make sure you look at foods that can like actually do good for you and that you can enjoy while doing good. Because for me, man, I can I'm really strict on health and fitness, but I want you to enjoy it to an extent to where it's not gonna like you're not gonna hate it because you're forced to do this. It's something that I want this to become an investment to where you can enjoy it, live your lifestyle without changing anything about yourself, to where you can live your day-to-day life while also being healthy. That's the biggest thing in my case.
So when you don't hear from clients for a whole week, a month, do you like reach out to them to see how they do?
So the one thing is if I reach out to somebody and I message them, they don't message me within like the day or two, I'll probably reach out the next day, say, hey man, I just wanted to get you my message. But from there, if they don't respond within that, then I just kind of leave it alone, because the thing is like your time is valuable as much as my time is valuable. I don't want to go too much into your back to where you want to I gotta force you to change. If you're willing to change, you would message me and you would say like, hey, I want to change. It's really more of like piece of like you making that decision to wanting to close that piece. I'm always here. I'm always gonna be here to where I'm willing to help people out, but at the same time, it's to an extent to where I can't do everything for you, nor can you do it can you rely upon me to where I gotta reach out so much. If you want to make that change and make that peace for yourself, just let me know. We'll get something rocking. We'll get rocking and rolling.
So yeah, y'all, let's get healthy. Especially for my black community.
Well, everywhere,
Yeah, everywhere. But I was just saying my black community, my black people, that we need to be careful. We need to start, working out, eating healthy more. We don't have no business to be eating pork chops and ham hocks and stuff and chitneys because this is God's temper. So yeah. I appreciate you for being on this episode, Real Talk with Shawn Smith.
Anytime, man. You're welcome, bro. I'm glad you had me on the show, and I'm glad that I can reach out to where I can talk to your audience and the community among us, to where, I can spread my expertise and my craft to where I can reach out to people that want to better themselves. I'm always happy to help.
Oh, yeah, and by the way, y'all, we got mutual friends. And our boy Todd the Bot gonna be on the next episode. Good to have him here. But okay then, y'all take care and see y'all on the next episode, Real Talk with Shawn Smith. But be sure to catch new episodes every Friday on YouTube and subscribe to Real Talk with Shawn Smith's YouTube channel. Bye. Y'all take care and see y'all next time. The next episode, Real Talk with Shawn Smith. Bye. Y'all come back now.